What's up, guys? I'm Destroyer, and I'm starting a new YouTube series called 2 Cents Tuesday. This is going to be an analysis of Rainbow Six and the video game world. Most of the ideas that I will be talking about come from the Rainbow Six Reddit and my viewers. So without further ado, let's get into the pondering. So the first topic that we're going to be discussing today is going to be the cheating in Rainbow Six Siege. I've been playing the game since the beta, and it feels like the state that the game is in right now is one of the worst states that it's ever been in. I played a lot before Operation Health, and believe me, the cheating there was absolutely insane. It would feel like every single game that you play, you come against cheaters. And after Operation Health, it felt like everything died down the season right after Operation Health. But just recently, the cheating has just gone out of control, and it feels like I can't find a game without them, especially when you get into the higher levels. Fortunately, Ubisoft has addressed this, and coming Year 5 Season 2, there is going to be a new update with BattleEye. Previously to Year 5 Season 2, Ubisoft has not been paying for the highest tier of the BattleEye service. BattleEye is an outside company, has nothing to do with Ubisoft, and Ubisoft paid for a service to block some cheating, but they could have paid for a much bigger one, which from a very large game developer, that's what the players have been expecting, and fortunately that is what we're getting. It is going to fix some issues, but we don't know until it starts happening. Rainbow Six does have the technical test servers that I'm sure they're going to implement the new version of BattleEye in first. See how that goes. If cheating still persists, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. But back to the original point, cheating is absolutely insane right now, and it seems like it's hard to find a game without them, and Ubisoft needs to address this, and they will address this. The next topic that we're going to be talking about is going to be the most recent Jaeger nerf. Back when the game first came out, Jaeger was a 3-speed, 1-armor operator with an amazing gun and an ACOG. Later in the game's life, Ubisoft decided to remove ACOGs from all 3-speed defenders. This was a significant nerf to Jaeger and Bandit, but Jaeger specifically did not see that much of a drop in use. He was still one of the highest picked defenders, almost picked every game because of how easy he was able to run around the map, flank people, kill people. Because of his gun and because of his ability, he was able to plant himself down in very tight corners such as the yellow stairs on Consulate. He's able to defend things, and he's very unstoppable. In the most recent update, Jaeger was then nerfed again to a 2-armor, 2-speed operator. Ubisoft was hoping that this would drop his pick rate, and players that were Jaeger mains were really not looking forward to this. After people played with Jaeger, me included, the Rainbow Six community has seen that this is not too much of a significant nerf to drop his pick rate. What Ubisoft is not realizing that Jaeger's formula is still there. An amazing gun with a gadget that can prevent him from getting flushed out. He could be made a 3-armor 1-speed, and he would still be one of the highest pick operators because of his gun and his gadget. Ubisoft doesn't realize that. Jaeger is a very good operator, and there's nothing that you can do to prohibit that. His formula is too good. Take an operator like Alibi. She has a very powerful gun. She's 3-speed, but her gadget is inferior to gadgets such as Jaeger, such as Mira. Her gadget just is not there, so her pick rate is low. There needs to be a formula to find a good operator, a good balance between their speed, their gun, and their weapon. And Ubisoft thinks that by reducing Jaeger's speed, it's going to reduce how powerful he is. That doesn't change how good his gun is and how good his gadget is. Ubisoft needs to realize this and create operators to supplement this. Maybe buff Warden, which many people have been looking to do. He's a very, very good operator idea that in practice, he just isn't there. Back when Ying was powerful a few weeks ago, Ubisoft was hoping that we might see an influx of Warden players. We didn't see that because Warden's gadget and his gun aren't there. The MPX is a good gun, but not compared to Jaeger's gun at all, or Alibi's gun, or even Mira's gun is better than Warden's MPX. It's not very versatile. It shoots marshmallows, to be frank, and his gadget, yes, he can see through smoke, but it can be really played around, and he doesn't make a good balance like Jaeger does. So all in all, the Jaeger nerf did not see a very big plummet in his pick rate, but Ubisoft could take further steps to nerf him, possibly change his weapon to be less damage, maybe drop his magazine capacity. There's other things that they could do rather than take him away from being a roamer, because that's how Jaeger should be played, and Ubisoft doesn't like that. For some reason, they need to go back to the drawing board and retry that nerf. The third and final topic we're going to be talking about today is going to be about shield ops in general. It feels like, as the game's life progresses, shield operators belong less and less in Rainbow Six Siege. We saw recently when Rainbow Six completely redid the recruit, they removed the shield from the recruit, and this people were saying was a good option because having a whole team of shields rushing at you is not an enjoyable experience, it's not balanced, and it's not how the game should be played. And that's still what we see throughout the game. If a blitz player is running at you, and they know even a little bit of what they're doing, there's not much you can do to stop them. Yes, some operators have access to a nitro cell, there's frost that can stop blitz a little bit, but if you're one-on-one in a hallway versus a blitz and he's running at you and he's flashing you, it feels like there's nothing you can do, and it feels like he doesn't belong in the game. Montagne, he can just stand in a doorway and stare at you, giving callouts to his teammates while he's perfectly safe behind his shield. There's nothing that can be done against that, and it feels like in a competitive first-person shooter, there cannot be somebody that's invincible to bullets. It just doesn't make sense. And the most controversial shield operator is Clash. She's been bugged many times in the game. She's been removed for probably half of her life in the game. She's just been banned by Ubisoft. And it feels like whenever you play ranked and unranked, she's an automatic ban, almost like Echo. She's just banned because people just can't go against her. Her specifically, if she knows how to play, and she's holding a distance and just zapping people, prohibiting them from moving and just itching away at their health, there's nothing that you can do against that. Yes, Zophia's a counter. Yes, grenades are a counter. But if Clash is working alongside with a Jaeger, then you can do even less because you'll just burn your gadgets on him. And she just stares at you, zapping you behind her shield. Yeah, you can run up at her and try and hit her shield, but most of the time in the higher platinum and the diamond levels, people know how to play Clash, so they keep a distance and they zap you. I played a recent game on Oregon where there was a very, very good Clash player. Don't get me wrong, this person was very skilled, but we couldn't do anything against him. He was just holding construction site, and there was 5 of us unable to push him because there were 2 Jaeger devices at the door denying everything that we threw at him. We throw flashbangs, it doesn't do anything because he just zaps even though he's blind, and it still slows you down. So what I've seen throughout the Rainbow Six Reddit over the last few years is people actually want shield operators removed from the game, and I for one am behind this idea. As time goes on, they just don't belong in this video game where you're free to just peek corners and look at things and just run onto the objective perfectly safe from gunfire, when this game is about being accurate, about shooting, about being skillful. And it doesn't feel skillful to me anymore to just be Montagne and walk upstairs and just point to your team where everybody is. It just doesn't make sense anymore for them to be in the game. Would Ubisoft ever just remove shield operators from the game? Most likely not. It's just not realistic. There's a lot of people that still play them. They do somewhat belong in the game. Yes, there's some skill that can be with them, but not much to justify them completely. In my opinion, they could be ruining this video game. Clash especially. It wastes a ban on the attacking side, because if you know If you're starting on attack in ranked or unranked, you don't want to go up against a clash. I don't care who you are, because it's not fun. You want to go up against players that know what they're doing, that are shooting at you with real guns. Well, guys, I appreciate you watching the first episode of 2 Cents Tuesday. If you guys have any ideas that you want me to talk about or think about, go ahead and shoot them in the comments below. Or if you would like, create a post on Reddit, on the Rainbow Six Reddit. I check that every day, and I find great ideas that I talk about in my videos. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.